You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
You're listening to RevJeremy
and Georgia
on iCannabisRadio.com.
Greetings.
Greetings, Earthlings.
It is Monday, June something. 16th, 15th, 14th, 13th.
Did you check?
It is June 16th.
16th.
Monday, 7 o'clock. Mountain Standard Time. There was a full moon a few days ago. That pesky Friday the 13th.
Is it pesky for you?
I've had
for you?
I've had a few lesser than positive Friday the 13th. But
really?
Is it the day, or is it just coincidentally a day that some bullshit happened? You know, I don't fucking know.
So you don't attribute it to Friday the 13th. You attribute it to
just some
life.
day that some bullshit happened. Yeah.
What has happened to you on Friday the 13th?
Well, I got. I forgot to turn my phone off for a radio show, not on Friday the 13th, but that would be
Monday
today.
The 16th.
So my Mondays aren't any much better. Let's see, I got in trouble when I was in jail, sent to the hole.
For doing what?
No,
I really need to know, because you brought it up, and all of our friends want to know.
you know, just things.
Did your mouth go?
Instigating a riot. So, you know.
We won't talk about that then.
Right. You know, some things it's just, I'm just not young enough to be as proud of things that could be cooler, you
Right.
know? But because in jail, those kind of things are dangerous. In real life, they're dangerous. But in jail, riots can really go real bad.
For a lot of people.
For everyone. So, yeah. But anyway. So I've just had some off Friday the 13th. But whatever.
I think Friday the 13th is, I have always liked the number 13. I don't have a lucky number or a favorite number. I don't have a favorite really much of anything. But I like the number 13. So the 13th has always been good. Friday the 13th has always been good. But what was interesting about this one is that big freaking full moon.
Supposedly there won't be another one until 2049.
Supposedly.
So, according to them, they're interwebs.
The interwebs never lie.
They
Never
don't.
lie.
I saw it in a blog.
I know.
That was the truth.
It said this is all real.
I could also lose 64 pounds in 3 days, said an ad rep below it.
And showed this picture of this girl whose boobs were small, and then they got big.
Then they got massive by the weekend.
She lost a bunch of weight, but gained a bunch of boob.
Right. So it's this amazing diet where you exercise upside down. You don't necessarily lose weight, you just reposition it. And you wake up one day like Pamela Anderson.
Right, exactly.
And that's totally how it works. Anyways.
So summer vacation is upon us. School is out now pretty much every darn where.
Except for all the troublemakers.
Yeah, except for the kids or the geeks who want to get extras. So
salute to the geeks. Sorry for you troublemakers.
Right.
But I was one of the troublemakers.
Were you?
I had to summer school once. But I learned.
Whole summer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun because I went with a couple of friends and it was nighttime. Because at least they're smart and know that the sun goes down, you know, it gets cooler out.
Yeah.
A little bit. It was still hot, but that was the only time, and I did better ever since. It's kind of like jail, you know. You get some good shit taken away, you
Someone
learn.
does this and you learn. Good.
Yeah.
Well, my son went to sleepaway camp for the first time. He went to lacrosse camp at the University of Denver, and he had a great time.
Wait, is this the summer camp that you come home from?
Yeah. So, no, he went. I mean, he went for 3 nights.
I'm sorry. It was somebody else I was making fun of. It was my sister-in-law.
Oh.
Takes my nephew to summer camp, and he comes home for the weekends.
Oh.
And night times.
Oh.
And it's like, I don't think you get what summer camp is.
That would be day camp.
Summer camp means you get to get rid of the kid.
Right.
And you don't see him for 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, you know. No more little Johnny for a month? Oh, what do I do?
I know.
Party.
Right. Sleep late.
Sorry, so what about you?
So he went to lacrosse camp and he had a great time, and, you know, it was the first time that he had slept away from home where he didn't know anyone. He didn't have a friend. He knew nobody. So he handled it great. A little bit nervous about it. But, he and his roommate, Ben, who was a really nice guy, Ben thinks, Ben's 10, they told me, Gavin told me that first night that they had set their alarm for 5 a.m. the next day so that they could take showers. Then they decided that was too early. And then they decided, why would they take a shower? They were just going to get sweaty. So they played lacrosse from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. with breaks for meals in the 88-degree temperature in the sun. And the best thing that happened to them was I think they may have gotten rained on. But he came home a shade of dirt. He was nasty. And, they don't smell at that age. So it wasn't like he smelled like body odor. He just smelled like dirt. He just needed to shave some of that off.
And so how many showers did he have to take to turn human again?
To
be a real boy.
I had him soak in a tub. I'm like, why don't you take a play bath?
So
with lots of bubbles.
You didn't have him shower first. You just got him in a mud bath.
I let him take a mud bath. And then drained and restarted. And then after that, he took a shower. So he took 2 baths and a shower.
Nice.
And still had it caked. I don't even know. So he has a sock line. And he has stuff caked in between his toes. He said he never went barefoot anywhere, but has stuff in between his toes. Do you have anything in between your toes?
I did after Apogea.
What do you have between your toes?
Dirt. And ash.
An ass?
Ash.
Ash.
Ass.
That would be weird if there was ass in between your toes.
It's from kicking all the butts.
Right? Right.
Put my toes in your fanny.
So tell us again what Apogea is.
Apogea is a collaborative arts and music festival where free expression pretty much reigns supreme. The art this past year was fundamentally amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that the temple was guarded by a 30-foot fire-breathing, laser-shooting robot.
Did he have a name? Just curious.
I called him Jim, but everything's Jim. Right.
Sarah, did he have a name that you know of? No? Okay.
The project is called Robot Resurrection, but I don't know if he had a name, but he's 30 feet tall, shoots fire, has both his hands or middle fingers, and shoots fire out of his hands, his mouth, has laser beams shoot out of his chest.
Just randomly shooting fire, or do you do something? Really?
It's pretty sweet.
Oh, I didn't see any video of that.
Oh, I'll have to show you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It doesn't always shoot fire, but whenever somebody's in it, so people can climb up in it and be in his chest, where the viewing area was, and all this fog would shoot out. It's insane.
That's cool.
Right next to the temple. Ideally, we had set up in what we called the elitist village, or Apogea Hills, because all the big money art was up there, all the grant winners. At least the effigy, the temple, and the robot. There was another project that was back there that was these 5 fire cannons. So you see it in the pictures. There's like a purple rope light in the background of some of the pictures, and it's like, oh, I wonder what's back there. If you see pictures of large fire from this year's Apo, and there's not an art project on fire, it was probably from that thing.
From a cannon?
From 5.
5.
Like, so.
Nice.
And they're spread far. I mean, good 100 feet, 200 feet apart from the first one to the last one. So it's just boom, 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 boom. And they could control how fast they go.
Wow.
How slow it'd be all boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And it fucking is like, wow, fuck. Wow. If you weren't up, you were up.
Right?
So.
Wow. How was the weather?
It was fantastic. So on Friday, when we were loading up on May 30th, Friday, May 30th, we were loading up, and the skies opened up in the afternoon to fantastic flooding. And so we got everything on the truck and up the mountain. And the further into the mountains we got, the less the weather was.
Really?
And the higher up we got, the more the sky came out.
Nice.
So we get up there, it's like, oh, fuck. We're going to set this stuff up. It's going to be totally muddy underneath. It's going to be muddy where we're going to set up our tents. It's going to be all musky and moldy, and it's going to get weird. Not the case.
It's going to get weird.
And not the case at all. I mean, we got up there. It was dry. It was beautiful. The sky was out. It was just perfect. We got to set up a tent, in dry weather. We got to build this thing in dry weather.
So how many days did it take to build the temple? Up there. Not put it together the 5 months that it took you guys to put it together.
Really, we got the majority of it put together. Well, I think we got it all pretty much done construction-wise in 3 days.
Wow.
And that was starting at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and going till 6 or 7 every night. And then
That's a lot of work.
It was amazing, though. I mean, it was so cool. I have the most amazing team of people that just made things happen.
Yeah.
I made plenty of new friends up there that helped out. That just, holy shit, people just stepped up. People like, what the hell was that one guy's name? Fuck, he was awesome. Pete, I think. This one guy was DPW. Could have been Jim for all. Now, if it was Jim, I would know. But holy crap, this guy was assigned to us, because they came up and said, we got some extra DPW. How many people do you need? And it's
Nice.
like, all right, take 3 or 4. I don't know how many we got because this one guy was superhero. And it's like, all right. So we had a nice team of probably 10 or 15 people that were building this thing. It was much more efficient. So here's where it gets weird. And judge for yourself on what you think weird means, because this is whatever. But you've seen the project. You've seen pictures of it finished. I don't even know what to say about it. The way that it was done, tested, built, put together, how fast, how efficient, how much it was enjoyed, how the fire went, how everything went from the pictures to the videoing to damn near everything, including construction and leveling and all these things, I would say that it was 98 foot giant trellis,
Okay.
like a garden trellis, and had L wire all through it. And whenever you talked, lightning would go off. Like no sounds, but just this L wire lightning would light up to your voice. So the more you talked, the more lightning would go.
Yeah.
There was another tent that had this, I don't even know what you would call this. It's an instrument, sort of, where it has knobs on it.
Uh-huh.
And it's a big black table.
Okay.
Except the edges are cut around this whole thing, so you could go up and slap each one, and wherever you turn the knob, it'd make different noises.
Oh, cool.
It was amazing.
That's cool.
And depending on your state of mind, you could stay in there for a long time. But if you chose to walk out, you could walk across the little opening and go into the sound puddle, which is one of the most amazing experiences that you can really have, and you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Just go in, you lay down, it's this geodesic dome, it's covered, it's got a parachute on the inside and these lights that light up in impossible ways. And it's all sound activated, and the more sound, the more it changes, and the different colors that it makes. And you can actually...
It sounds so fun.
It's insane. I mean, you can watch people's thoughts or their words transpire, go down one side, you know. Somebody in the back says, boop, and a little blue light will just appear and travel amongst all these other thousands of lights. And you can watch it go and go, hey, that was yours. And when you say that, of course, more things go. But it's, you just, holy shit. And so you leave there because it's just too much awesome. And right next to it is this other project that they're just starting called Luminexus.
Okay.
This thing is fucking ridiculous. It's a table sculpture, probably 6 feet wide, 5 feet wide, something like that. And it's a bunch of triangles. So it's all in this geometric pattern where it kind of looks like some of the art buildings down off Spear.
Okay.
So it's those weird shapes.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes in, and there's these weird tunnels and whatever, and it's ridiculous to try to explain. But when you talk, it lights up in different spots in ways that just, holy shit. So I don't know. It's a lot of programming and a lot of whatever, but they make it all.
Nice.
And they do it all, so it's... And so he's like, well, we got to collaborate next year. And I'm like, you're damn right we do. So starting to work on ideas for next year. I want to build a house, like an 8 foot by 8 foot house, I think. So it's not going to be big, but, you know, I want to sleep in it, but I don't think it's going to happen because now it's just evolving. So I want it to be 4 wall panels and then a roof. And then I want to be able to build it and then have it split down the middle like a dollhouse so I can open it up. And I want to have lasers come out of it, and I want to be able to hide some of these lights that he does in there.
Of course you do. Yes.
So it's a thought.
It's a wonderful thought.
It's a thought. So
How fun.
Got a few different ideas, still trying to develop a few things. But some of the other art that was there was a giant spaceship. It was called Apostar Climactica.
I see that.
In 9 months, there's going to be a lot of new lives on this planet.
Thank you, Apo.
I think that was that that tent, from what I heard from that party, earned the sluttiest camp award. I heard it was pretty bad in there. Or pretty good. Depends on how you look at it.
Right.
I would look at it as pretty good, although I said pretty bad first. But
only because people weren't showering.
Well, a lot more people were naked showering this year than in the years before. Or at least it's more public. Whatever. Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about Burning Man, and I think we should talk about pot.
We should. This is a station about pot. We should.
I mean, we could just mention it at least.
I can smoke more. I haven't been smoking nearly enough.
You're listening to iCannabis Radio. We'll be right back.
The Law Office of Edson Maton and Matz provides criminal defense, family law, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running a medical marijuana center, optional premises cultivation operation, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We're focused on providing high-quality service and customer satisfaction. We will do everything we can to meet your expectations. WarrenEdson.com. Edson Maton and Matz in Denver, 303-831-8188, and in Aspen, 970-948-7183. WarrenEdson.com.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to Cannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana
We're
legalization?
runners.
Run on Grass is a group of athletes.
We can run on grass.
You cycled it. It was like, we want to run on grass. We said no, but we'll smoke some grass.
So you have been to Apo for
half a decade now.
For half a decade.
That just sounds cooler, but really
It
just
sounds
5
really
years.
cool, yeah. But you've not been to Burning Man.
Correct.
Because the desert sucks and it's hot.
Well, and it's a 24-hour drive there and 24-hour drive home. You know, and the 24-hour drive there could be fun because it's like a party. Well, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, that's what people do.
That's what the cool kids do.
Well,
the best way to become the cool kid at a place like that is to parachute in, especially if you're on fire.
Right.
That would be sweet.
So this year you're thinking about doing that. Why?
Because for the 1-year anniversary of the accident, I'd like to be in a more loving kind of community like that, and I want to do something big. Me and Jenny were supposed to go for several years. 1 year we were, doing conclave for it. So we had got accepted into the Great Circle and we're going to go, but she had court. So we had to go to Montana for court. Well, our friends went to Burning Man.
It's not the same. That's not the same. Court, Burning Man.
No. There's Burning Woman at court.
Right.
They're just stupid. So, the big burn is at the end of August, and there's a real possibility. Been doing some filming for fire practice, doing some fire practice, doing some filming during that.
What's fire practice?
Just spinning performance, fire performance practice
with Holly G.
No, but people that she knows. But I still use some of her moves.
She's got some moves. Like, look out. Look out.
It's a little harder because my legs are, not doing as well as they used to, but it's harder to move. But once you get moving with fire, though, it's weird how it's just like, oh, damn, I remember. Okay, it just comes back. You just don't think. And you just start doing things and rolling shit around.
All right, fire spinning. Jeremy's got it.
No, you don't understand. Now that I remember what's going to be on that section of the video during the jester part. So over the last couple of practices, we've been filming different sections so we can get our video submitted by the 25th. And last night's particular section, we had 2 couples dancing and 1 jester. And the way that we rotate, every 30 seconds, the jester goes in and somebody rotates out and has to become the jester for 30 seconds, rotates in, so on and so forth until we go back. So, as I was spinning the staff, it turned hilariously sexual, and you have to straddle the thing and ride it and slapping and,
You have to do that?
No.
Oh,
I felt like I had to. No, you have to laugh when you see some shit like that, though. I may have said that you have to ride that thing, but you really do when you're goofing around. If you don't straddle that thing and make people laugh.
Was it on fire?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, near your manly parts.
Yes. Well, that's what makes it sexy.
Yes, it is. Everyone nod and smile because it's Jeremy and
and you just gotta humor me. But it's the truth.
So you're gonna submit this video, and in the hopes that you'll be able to.
Oh yeah, when it all comes together, it's gonna look amazing.
Cool.
Like just the choreography is really fun. But you get like a couple of seconds of freestyle because when it's the jesters, you got to be silly. So you got to do all these funny things.
Hence, I gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, I jumped from
But
Jester.
So it becomes thoroughly appropriate in the rest of it is much better, you know.
Then your slap and tickle.
Right.
Yeah, got it.
But the slap and tickle when there's fire looks fucking hilarious. Or at least it felt hilarious.
Yeah.
And people were laughing, so it's the point of the Jester.
Well, excellent. Well, we will. Congratulations on a successful Apo and fun. Glad you guys had a good time. Glad you're back. It's a long time for you to be away. Like you've got to. And I was like, if you could text me every once in a while, that'd be great.
I don't think I texted hardly anybody.
I mean, I didn't ask that.
Okay, good.
I just said if you could text me every once in a while, that'd be great. Would you guys like to know how many texts I got in 11 days?
There's a lot going on up there.
I know there is. In 11 days. How many hours is that? 24 times 11? Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And one of those sunsets at 7 in the morning. One little time. But that's okay. I mean, I don't take it personally. It's not like I thought, anything had happened to you or anything.
I may have been plaid at 7 in the morning. I don't know why in the fuck I'm passing that to you.
I don't know. That's kind of funny.
That was weird.
So, on June 1st, that recreational marijuana stores were required to get all of their product potency tested before selling it to the general public.
I bet you that didn't work out.
Well, I think it did work out. Here's the thing that's kind of confusing. So if you had your inventory associated with your storefronts prior to June 1st, you didn't have to have anything tested. So there's probably places that had a lot of inventory in their storefronts and haven't yet had to get stuff tested. But don't you think if people were getting their stuff tested and it was testing great, that it would be all over everywhere, that everyone would be talking about how potent and amazing so-and-so's whatever is?
You mean like how we were talking about the very opposite from the Canaway products or whatever that stuff was, that hemp oil crap that
has lead in it, that one?
Yeah. The heavy metal CBD stuff, man.
Right. It's just kind of interesting because everything's going to have to get tested, and I can't help but wonder if there are places that are freaking out because they're testing at like 8%.
Right, and they've been saying, we got the best shit, and it's real good, and bobbity bonds.
It's going to get you high. You're going to get so high.
Right, and it's the same people that don't have a fucking clue that just got into it because, hey, I can make some money, and I got some money, and these dumb stoners. No, dickhead, that's not how it works.
Right. Well, it's just interesting. It'll be interesting to see. My guess is over the next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll probably see places that had some strains that do well. Absolutely just advertise the crap out of that. And then the places that aren't choosing to do that will be very, very quiet about that. Oh yeah, it's all tested. It's all potency tested. And then in October, microbial tests are required.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So you can see what gross stuff is really on the plants and in the plants. And I just kind of hurled a little bit, just a little, because no offense or anything. That there are bug particles. If there's bug particles in your peanut butter, there's bug particles in your weed. That's how that works.
It's different though. Yeah, you're not
lighting it on fire.
Yeah.
Right. So you get to hear the snap, crackle, and pop of
yeah, but these
spider
things
mites.
happen. I don't want to eat a spoonful of peanut butter, nut oil, bug
You don't
squishings.
think it's gross that you're could be smoking mold?
Oh, it's totally gross. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I would rather
Smoke it than eat it?
do that than eat it. Like if you're getting a special mold brownie, go fuck yourself. Take your penicillin, jam it up here.
Most ketchup has fly particles.
Yeah, lots and lots of. There's an acceptable level of bug particles in food products.
Oh yeah. Well, there pretty much has to be. There's a lot of bugs, and there's no way places are clean.
Oh my gosh. So I saw. Have you guys ever seen the show Dirty Jobs?
Nope.
So I've watched it one time, and the only time I ever watched it, it's on what channel is it on? Discover. Okay, it's on the Discovery Channel, and it is literally a guy that goes out and does the grossest jobs. It's so crazy. So I watched it one time, and the one time I watched it was because it was going to be. He was talking about chicken farming, and of course I am a new chicken farmer. With my 4 chickens, and it was all about the chicken poop and what do you do with when you have a chicken farm of 100,000 chickens, and what they do is they build a barn, and the chickens are in the top of this barn, and 100,000 chickens, and their poop drops, so there's nothing on the first level except for poop, and so they have to take a tractor and they tractor. It's disgusting. And I watched the show, and I mean, he makes it comical, and has a. I mean, he was just completely grossed out the entire time. But at no point in time at all did they mention that these chickens are in cages, literally the size of their bodies. On all 4 sides, it's chicken wire, and so they're laying eggs, and they are pooping, and they're eating, and they're in this cage for their entire lives. That's what they do. So please, 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 please do not buy anything other than cage-free chickens, because that was the most horrific thing to watch. I mean, we see all of these awful things that happen to, how you make veal and all those kinds of things. But this chicken thing was just, it was just devastating that these chickens have personalities, and they are feisty, and they're fun, and they're cuddly, and there's no reason that they have to live in a probably 10-inch by 10-inch cage for their entire lives. There's just no reason for it. And they produce a lot of poop.
Yeah.
Which is then turned into fertilizer, just so you know.
I thought you were going to say hamburger buns.
Well, there's probably an acceptable amount of poop in food particles, too.
Oh, there's guaranteed feces in McDonald's food. I mean, it's all
Not
shit.
in the French fries.
But
not in the French fries. In everything else, but not in the French fries.
And as shitty as it is the French fries sound pretty good right now.
Oh.
I know. Actually, I'd like the Crown Burger ones.
I was going to say
they got
Crown
the
Burger
big
Rex.
steak fries.
There you go. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with the potency testing, first of all, and with microbial testing as well.
So with July 1st coming up, is there anything that goes into effect?
Yeah, so we can talk a little bit about that after this next break. I do want to say we talked a little bit about my dad earlier because, he's adorable. But CuffleCollimore.com, CuffleCollimore.com, CuffleCollimore.com has all of your insurance needs. Are you a grower? Are you a business owner? You need to make sure that you're covered, that you have all of your insurance bases covered. So give him a call. His name is Bob. He's so nice. Check him out on the web. They have all kinds of different policies. If you think you know what you need, you'll talk to my dad for 5 minutes, and you'll learn way more about insurance than you could ever fathom. And if you're not scared after talking to my dad about your coverage, then A, you have really great coverage, or B, you are going to sign a policy with him, because it's scary what people will sue over, or what could happen if there's a catastrophic natural disaster that affects your plants, and how that it could affect your business. There goes your whole livelihood.
Well, things have been pretty good, I would say, up till now. So let's just put it out there that the law of averages says that something's likely to happen sometime soon on a larger scale. So maybe that's you. Maybe this message is for you.
Yeah, I hope it's not you, but if it is you and you're covered, it's certainly a lot better than if it's you and you're not. CuffleCollimore.com, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio. Jeremy and I will be back in a flash. Oh.
The law offices of Edson, Maiden, and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it on grass. Runongrass.com.
The Law Office of Edson, Maiden, and Matz provides criminal defense, family law, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running a medical marijuana center, optional premises cultivation operation, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We're focused on providing high-quality service and customer satisfaction. We will do everything we can to meet your expectations. WarrenEdson.com. Edson, Maiden, and Matz in Denver, 303-831-8188, and in Aspen, 970-948-7183. WarrenEdson.com.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
Woo.
Everything you just said is now going to be online.
No, it's not.
Nope.
So July 1st of this year, which is in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So the world as we know it.
Actually, 2 weeks. It's 16th.
Yeah.
June only goes till 30th.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks. So the world as we know it changes a little bit. The requirement for vertical integration in the rec world goes away. And so people can either grow, own a store. They don't have to do both anymore. So applications are due July 1st for a October 1st opening.
Wow.
I know. Kind of crazy. So the market, the sale market for flowers will be radically different because now there will be people who do nothing but grow. So all of these growers who have wanted desperately to get into this game but haven't because they didn't want to have to be part of the whole vertical integration. They didn't want to have anything to do with a retail establishment, those kinds of things. Those folks will be able to sell everywhere.
Nice. About time.
Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. And it also means that maybe places that don't have the best grower, but are good stores for other reasons, can purchase from some other growers and be able to really up their game.
Do the dispensaries still have to buy from a licensed grower?
Mm-hmm.
They can't buy from caregivers?
That's right. So you'll still have to get a license. Those applications are what they'll start accepting July 1st. And they'll still have to go through the process of being licensed with the state and the local municipality. But yeah, those caregivers, those great growers that are caregivers now, if they had the wherewithal, finances, desire, those kinds of things, could grow and sell to stores. Crazy. Doesn't that seem, to me, that's like the next evolution of this whole thing, that rather than having, this vertically integrated business where it really takes a lot of players out of the market, this is going to open it up, and it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. And it won't be people, remember in the days where if people had it extra or they just wanted to sell to stores, that they just put it in their backpack and walk from store to store to sell. I mean, it's not going to be like that. You're still going to have to, follow the same rules that exist as far as, doing a manifest, to transport, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I just think that's the coolest. And that's coming, we'll see that in the fall.
It's going to be a different Christmas this year.
It's going to be a different Christmas this year. Now, some municipalities have longer sort of moratoriums than others like Denver. Denver has no new businesses until 2016. But Aurora is going to be.
Did Aurora lift their ban?
Aurora is allowing rec. Aurora doesn't care about patients. Aurora cares about customers.
So weird.
Isn't that
Some
funny?
places-
Yeah, they're like, no medical, but we'll sure as hell take your tax dollars.
My guess is, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. But my guess is also the sky didn't fall, and why turn down those dollars? Why turn down those
Broomfield's
dollars?
one of the places that still has a ban, and they're still talking about. Of course, they're trying to get fracking there, because apparently we don't like our water tasting clean.
Right. Or you like the fact that you can light it on fire.
Well, that's what they want. They're like, no, we want to be able to light our water on fire. We don't want to have clean drinking water. It's annoying to drink from the tap. Well, why drink from the tap when you can buy bottles for $3 for a case? I was like, do you know how much $3 gets you at your fucking house, dickhead? Like showers upon showers. $3 goes a long way.
You could start your grill and shower at the same time if you have fracking. Light it, shower, light the grill.
Well, you could always have a bathtub fire.
Oh yeah. Why do you need a fireplace?
Well, you don't. You just sit in a warm bath. It gets a little cool. You just light it. Rewarms itself.
Roast some marshmallows.
Just a little red line across your chest. Especially if your boobies are floating. You get that red line going right across. People ask you if you got a sunburn. You'd be like, nope, bathtub.
Fracking. Yeah, fracking in Broomfield.
Fracking bath.
Fracking bath. Well, it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how rec turns things around for sure. Have you guys been in a rec store recently?
I have not. It's just too expensive. Bleh. Isn't there like a $5 cover? I mean, with $70 eighths, I expect a $5 cover and to get frisked at the door.
Right.
And you can only stay for half an hour dancing in the corner.
VIPs.
Get the bottle service.
Yep. I think prices are going down. I mean, it's more and more stores are opening. I mean, it is. I just drove down on the way to get here. I decided to crawl down Broadway at 5:00 in the afternoon. Really bad idea, just in case you're wondering. But it's one of the largest concentrations of marijuana stores in Denver is on South Broadway. And you know what? They're all rec.
Are they now?
Pretty much. I saw lots of 21 plus. So, I mean, the competition is just much different than it was in January, where there are only.
But people aren't ripping up the streets, though? There's no small fires?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
People aren't overturning cars?
No. I didn't see one.
Jesus.
I didn't see any.
What about increased wrecks? Like, people have to be just getting wasted on the way home.
Yeah, no.
Really?
I didn't see.
Crime on the rise?
I didn't even see any people loitering.
Jeez.
There wasn't even any loitering. I may have seen a can or a bottle on the road. There may have been some littering. Now, I can't attribute that to the marijuana stores. I can just attribute it to South Broadway.
Well, I'm going to speak on behalf of politicians, and I'm going to go ahead and attribute that to the marijuana stores.
Right.
Because we need to find some fault here. And so far, you're not giving me any.
No, it's pretty amazing.
I'm a little disappointed in Colorado. You're not living up to the apocalypse hype. I mean, we can't even light a newspaper bin on fire.
Mm-mm. No, and you know what? People are also being nice to each other.
Oh, Jesus. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you. Saying, hi, how are you?
People are saying hi to each other? Like, they're probably even conversating before buying weed. This is bullshit. What is this world coming to? Maybe I will have to get out now.
Yeah.
Set the cane down and stop yelling at hippies to get off the lawn.
Yep. Your dog pooed on my yard!
And it's not on fire.
Yeah,
my lawn, hippie.
It's pretty wonderful. I get asked all the time, why do I care? Because I don't smoke. Why do I care? Why do I care? Why do I care?
Because freedom is awesome and it smells good.
It's awesome. This is wonderful. People are okay. So here's my analogy. Just roll with it, okay, and don't make fun of me until it's over. So this whole legal weed thing to me is like when you're trying to get pregnant. You spent all these years trying to do everything in your power to not get pregnant. And then how strange it is to be like, I want to get pregnant. I want to get pregnant. So you go and you buy weed and you spend all these years hiding it and getting it from a friend's friend. And now you can walk into a store and get miles on your credit card from buying weed. Like, it is a different world. It is a different world. And I want everyone to experience it. I mean, it's just, if that's what you want to do and you can be responsible, come to Colorado.
I know I've got a store I
Just
need
don't
to
be a
go
dick.
visit. I'm going to visit my friend's store.
MMD of Colorado?
Would you like to throw out an address?
At
real quick?
2609 Walnut Street? Yeah, you totally should, because you know what? Medical patients and rec customers get 125 ounces.
Dang.
Pretty freaking awesome.
That is pretty freaking awesome.
So prices are going to go down, and it's just great.
Do you guys have any CBD strains yet?
We don't have any CBD strains yet. I want. Definitely
So we have
want.
to figure out how to get you guys some. 'Cause
Yeah, that would be amazing. We have lots of rec people who ask about them too, because everyone's heard about them on the news, and they want to try it out. We have some CBD edibles, but no CBD flowers.
They're not made with that metal.
Not lead.
They're not like, it's not like Led Zeppelin candy.
Nope, not that I know of. Not that I know of. So, should we talk about what's going to happen on iCannabis Radio this week?
We should.
Pretty awesome.
Like, there's a cool show coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah, Adam Dunn show from 11:30 to 1:30. He's going to have one of the world's experts on BHO come and
Breathe
talk.
it in.
You know, there's no such thing as hotboxing. You know that, right?
Well, you could totally hotbox it. You mean
It just
contact
doesn't do
high?
anything. Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you could totally hotbox a room.
You can hotbox a room, but you cannot hotbox a person. Like, you can't make them high. I don't think.
Well, I don't know. I bet if you shotgun somebody,
I don't
I can't
don't know.
see how
Maybe.
you could.
Maybe if you shotgun somebody, but if you close the door and everyone was smoking like crazy, I would not be high.
You don't think?
I know it. I know that that's true.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then, of course, Thursday, the Hemp Connoisseur from 4 to 5 p.m. Freaking fabulous. There's been so much exciting stuff happening in the hemp industry, planting hemp and those kinds of things. And so definitely check out David and Sam on the Hemp Connoisseur. Jeremy and I, of course, are here on Mondays at 7, every Monday.
Except for the last 2 Mondays because I was apogeaing.
I was here.
Well, somebody had to be here to hold down the fort. Well, one of us went out and had a irresponsibly good time.
An awesome time. Absolutely. We'll thank our sponsors, Edson Maiten and Matt's, Mile High Wellness, Noda Urban Garden Supply, Medical Marijuana of the Rockies, Run on Grass, and of course, my favorite sponsor, Cuffle Collimore and Company. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Happy Father's Day. I meant to say that to you yesterday. Happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
9 days I get to go pick up my daughter from the airport. So not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
I see a big Casa Bonita dinner in our future.
I see
With
a
the kids.
family time to the toilets afterwards.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely, but it'll be fun.
It's madness trying to get in. Like the waiting in line, we waited in line for an hour.
Oh, I
went
won't do
after
that.
Christmas.
Oh,
it was,
no,
it was
no, no,
horrendous.
no.
But we went on December 26th. It was
Let's
a
do something
burners.
else.
It was a burner Christmas. So we went to.
It's 2 blocks from my house. I'll save you a spot.
Gabe will save us a spot. That's perfect.
I think that my daughter went. I think I took her to Casa Bonita.
Okay, then
for
we have
that.
to do something else.
It's not as much fun as an adult as when we were kids.
See, I never went as a kid. I've only been as an adult, and I think it's freaking awesome.
It was great when you were a kid. It's good if you got a vape pen too. If you can get high, if you can get high while you're in there, you're doing all right.
That gorilla.
That gorilla's fucked. They're all fucked. Everybody there is fucked. The whole place is fucked. But it's awesome. I like it.
I like it too. We'll do something else fun. Thank you guys so much for listening tonight. Thank you so much. It was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, it's nice to be back.
It's nice to have you back.
So, yeah.
Baby got back.
Yeah. What she said. I hate that fucking song, but it sounds good when you say it. So, all right. Well, let's end it on that because that was just a good way to end it. So, thank you for listening. And she said, baby got back.
Good night.
Good night.